One of the most important things for veterans reassimilating into society is to be productive. Dan Tapia is the poster child for veterans reinventing themselves and reassimilating. Dan, originally an engineer, now restaurateur. Tell us your story.
Yes, I was a submariner in the United States Navy, not to be confused with the British submariner. After I got out of the Navy, I had a neck injury in it. After I got out, I re-injured it, and I had a surgery to repair the injury, and woke from the surgery and I couldn't use my arms or legs. So it took me a little while to function again. I had to retrain myself because at the time I was kind of bartending and trying to figure out what I was going to do, and so I studied how to become a sommelier while I was trying to learn how to walk again, and came out, became a somm, and really enjoyed a good somm career until I had a boss that pushed me out of my restaurant where I was working because I used a cane, and I decided that I was never going to deal with discrimination again and started my own company, and here we are.
So you worked with the Jonas Project, is that right?
I did. The Jonas Project, they help veterans start their own companies.
Wow.
And they are the best. They are hands down the best veterans organization with whom I've ever worked.
And so did they help you learn about starting a business? Did
they help me learn about starting a business, learn about how to get access to capital, how to get, how to deal with the banks. It's a very intimidating process, and they break it down into simple concepts and then give you a mentor to support you the whole way through.
Wow.
I mean, you figure they probably, I don't know how much they invested of their money as a nonprofit in me specifically, but because of the work they did, not only am I able to keep myself employed, but at our restaurant we have 14 staff and about 10 of whom are veterans. So they've been able to double down and get all this extra benefit for these guys too, and ladies.
Wow. I looked at the menu at Fourth and Olive, and it's absolutely amazing. You must be so proud of what you've accomplished there.
Absolutely thrilled. The food is insane. We had a gentleman that was moved to tears by our pork chop the second week we opened.
Oh my goodness.
It's good.
Yeah. So working with the veterans, who comes up with the recipes? How do you...
So my business partner, Alex McGroarty, is our executive chef. One of the lures I had to bring him over to join us was that we always say he would work harder and get paid less, but I would give him a piece of the pie and stay the heck out of his kitchen. And so he has absolute veto power on the food. I give him as much feedback as I can, but at the end of the day, I try to stay out of his creative way, and he makes this amazing menu. So.
Well, people crying over pork chops probably is a good indication that he's doing a good job.
We knew right then that we had a hit. We had something pretty special.
And you have you say a lot of your staff are veterans, and how does that work out for you?
Well, so when we first opened, we had to hire people with some restaurant experience. But as we got everybody trained up, our policy largely now is we only hire veterans. So when someone leaves, then we seek out and recruit a veteran to replace him or her. So, and it's worked out well. We have a bunch of young men and women that show up on time and work their butt off and know how to be part of a team and know how to focus on the mission. It's all the things that you can't train somebody to do that you wish every employee had. They have it coming into the job from day one.
Well, so the military trains them to focus on the mission, show up on time, be responsible, be respectful. It also provides a lot of other skills that are useful in the restaurant. Can you tell us a little more about that?
Well, probably the most important thing in a restaurant is attention to detail. Ideally, if a waiter or server or bartender, if they've done their job right, then you don't even realize that they've done it. Everyone notices when something's wrong. Mm-hmm. Our job is that you don't need to worry about us because we're doing everything correctly. And so this attention to detail, the military trains them, and I also feel like any young man or woman who decides to join the military, they probably already have a little bit of that going on to begin with. You don't join the military because you're, looking for the easy way out,
Right, that's true. That's true. So a lot of the stereotypes about people returning from the military aren't true because they make excellent employees, they are responsible, and And I think anyone would benefit from hiring people from the military.
I 100% agree. In fact, obviously we're a business. I'd like to make some money. I'd like to put them through college. But at the end of the day, if we are just successful enough to show other companies the benefits of hiring vets, and we just use our soapbox to multiply that effect, and ideally just get every eligible veteran off the street or into a job.
Right.
We don't take charity very well. We like an opportunity.
Yeah, and for you too, I'm sure the discipline and a lot of the training that you got in the military benefited you well in your entrepreneurial role.
Absolutely, absolutely. As a trying to lead my company into its full potential, and you've not just the ability to work 14 hours a day. That's how we make it happen.
So now that your restaurant is doing well, and what's next for you?
You know what? I'm sure we're going to have probably a good 10, 12 restaurants by the time we're done. My partner and I are very ambitious, but right now we're still at less than a year old. We're coming up on a year. We opened on Veterans Day last year.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Right now, it's just what's going on today.
A new restaurant and a new baby all in 1 year.
Yeah, been a very big year. Very, very big year. But just, we take it day to day, week to week. Just, hey, what do we need to do to improve on what we have today? And then when that's done, then we say, what do we need to improve on that? And we repeat that process until it's perfect.
Well, I have to say that your restaurant is a great success. People are raving about the food. And I want to thank you so much for coming to the show today. I can't wait to go there and eat it at 4th and Olive. When we come back, we'll have a very special guest. Stay tuned.